back does Norton remind you of?
Wow, I'm having a hard time. There were some Reggie Bush at USC moments during that highlight. Certainly the jukes and to the boomer sound made it all the better. I couldn't help but think to myself as I'm watching that guy reminds me a lot of myself, both in physical disposition and athletic ability.
Yes.
Yeah, you're sitting here with us at 7 a.m.
What a selfish moment.
It is a selfish moment. Some NFL teams should give him a call. Speaking of NFL teams, today marks the beginning of organized team activities, otherwise known as OTAs, for 9 teams. That includes the Bears, Packers, Ravens, Texans, Colts, Patriots, Giants, 49ers, and the Raiders. So, Field, let's focus on the Raiders. What is the biggest issue for the Oakland-Las Vegas Raiders that needs to be addressed?
Yeah, what an off season for the Raiders, Matt. But let's not avoid the elephant in the room, which is that Derek Carr has 1 year left on his current contract. Now, of course, the franchise tag is available for a team, and that's the last-ditch option, especially when it is a centerpiece quarterback that you're dealing with. But Derek Carr is about to become probably about 20 times richer on a yearly basis than he is currently being paid as a former second-round pick. The team has been outspoken about wanting to get a deal done. Obviously, Carr wants to be there, both in Oakland and then eventually Las Vegas for life. But until you actually put pen to paper, these quarterback contract negotiations are rarely easy. But don't be surprised if it's done at some point before the season. But until it's done, there's that tiny bit of angst that every fan, whether they call Oakland or Las Vegas home, will continue to have.
He's a star on the offensive side. What about the star on the defensive side who went in that first round of that same draft, Khalil Mack? What are you hearing?
Yeah, Khalil Mack, the reigning defensive player of the year, the blue chip player on this defense, a sack maestro. Here's the good news for the Raiders. He's got 2 more years left on his rookie contract after they exercise the 5th-year option for 2018. An absolute no-brainer. So in some ways, there's like a queue at the deli, right? You've got Derek Carr's got to be taken care of first. Gabe Jackson, a guard who I know Randy, huge Raiders fan, loves as well. He also has 1 year left on his current contract. Then you have Khalil Mack. And when you have all these big deals in succession, sometimes it can be a cash flow thing, right? You don't want to pay them all out at one time because that's cash on hand you got to have. We know this is a franchise that in the past, or at least recently, has had some cash issues. Part of the reason why they're motivated to move.
Stay there for a second, because I think if we're giving the Oakland Raiders a lot of credit, they've done this through the draft with Mack and Carr and Amari Cooper. Is this where we could see the Raiders go Raiders and screw this up after having such good drafts over the past 3, 4, 5 years?
I doubt it. I really do. I mean, I think that there's no identifying a player that might be worth the money. It's 3 guys that are slam dunks, specifically Carr and Mack, given the positions that they play. And both players want to be there. Carr is the first one to take care of because he's got 1 year left. He wants to be there. It'll eventually get done. It's just finding that sweet spot of money. Is it $22.5 million per season? Is it $25 million per season? Is it more guaranteed money than Andrew Luck?
Of money, by the way.
Well, that's a first world problem to have right there. But eventually, I think that both of these deals will get done. The Raiders are building something, and you don't want to lose all the momentum you've gained on the football field. We'll see what happens with some of the fans and being jilted and moving and all that. But on the football field, there's not much not to like about what the Raiders are doing right now.
Big difference, too. Mack has that top 10 money that you get, that first rookie deal in the first round, compared to the second round money that you're seeing with Derek Carr, too. We'll see
both of those guys are going to be very rich.